You're telling me to get into this zone as soon as possible. I go, yeah. That means you've already done the things you know how to do. Let's get you to what you don't know how to do. You're here. What you want is here. This is what you know. This big black spot is what you don't know. What you don't know will stop you from getting what you want. It will. It will stop you. Guaranteed. It will stop you. Stops people every day. They do what they know, and then they hit the not knowing, and then they stop. Every person you coach is stuck right here on the edge of knowing and on the edge of not knowing. It stops people every day. Right there. Sometimes they go further in, sometimes they're out, but they're right here. Right there. And they watch. They watch people make it. They see it happen. They watch it happen. And they're like, what? How come I can't do that? And so they get stuck right there. Is that crazy or what? It's crazy, huh? But we see other people make it, and we think they got there because they knew everything. Now, here's a big piece that I hope makes sense. Hold on, my mouse just died. Good thing I have a second mouse charged. You start to learn that after a while. Is that if you're going to do trainings, you got to have a second mouse ready to go. Okay, here's the thing. Watch this. This person who doesn't know what to do talks to somebody who's made it. This person knows a lot because they just went through the not knowing. Okay, watch this. Very fascinating, very interesting. Watch what's about ready to happen. So this person, this is you. You talk to somebody who has made it through and achieved the very thing you want. If you had a chance to talk to this person would tell you all these things. And if you are irrational in comparison, you would compare you to them thinking you have to know everything they know before you make it. That if you have irrational comparisons, you're going to think you have to know everything this person knows right there in their position. You think you have to know everything. You think their knowing is what got them there. That's what you think. That they knew everything. That's why they made it. But the reason why they made it is because they kept trying. They raised their education. They asked questions. They adjusted. And they paid attention to their time to not waste time because of self-sabotage. That's what they did to get there. It's not because they knew everything. It's because they went through the process everybody who makes it goes through. So if you have an irrational comparison process in your mind, you are going to unfairly compare yourself to this other adult or teenager, and you're going to think you should be like them so you can make it, or you need to know what they know so you can make it. And then that skews your ability to try. Because when you start to try, you see that you know a little bit compared, irrational comparison compared to them. And you think, oh, well, I only know a little bit, so I can't make it. I only can do a little bit, so I can't make it like they did. Because you have irrational comparison to them. Who's over here? It's your irrational comparison that has no substance at all. I mean, it's completely twisted, messed up, fragmented, just a mess in your comparison process that your mind does that has never been matured, and it's irrational, and it's causing you to now not even try. To not even try. Oh, and then let me throw in this extra piece. What happens? Then what happens is this dude shows up. It's the devil. This is the devil. And the devil gets, see that little tiny devil? That devil gets on your shoulder and then says, oh, you're too late. You're way too late. Everybody else made it. You're too late. You're too slow. You're too dumb. You're too fat. You're too late. You're too slow. You're too dumb. You're too fat. And that's what he says to you. You're too slow. You're too dumb. You're too late. And you're too fat. So then you see these people, your irrational comparison is out of control. Then the devil jumps on your shoulder and goes, yeah, you're too fat. See, they're healthier than you. That's your problem. Oh, you're too slow. Oh, it's too late. Too late. Oh, you don't know about Instagram? Oh, you're way too late. Everybody's ahead of you. And so the devil jumps on your shoulder because he can sense your irrational comparison, and then he trashes on you. And then guess what you don't do? You don't try. Because you're going to make massive mistakes. And the devil's like, if you make mistakes, these people are going to laugh at you. And then he's like, yeah, you're going to look like a fool because you're too late, you're too slow, you're too fat, you're too dumb. And if you make a mistake, people are going to reject you. Oh, you only get one chance and you have to be perfect to do this. Are you still with me on this? Does this make sense? Click the raise the hand button if I'm making sense to you at all. If this is huge, because this is what you go through. This is what your clients go through. This is what happens. This is trippy. It is so real. It's off the charts real. What I've just laid out to you in this last hour. This is gigantic. I mean, if I were you, I would go back and study this over and over again and listen to what I'm teaching you. This is like so good when it comes to coaching others and understanding what they're going through. And also what you're going through, but you got to know about the unknown. What's going on here? That irrational comparison throws your brain into just a messy, scrambled, just scattered thinking. And the devil can sense that. And he's like, oh, they're scattered. Let's go help them ruin themselves. And he jumps on your shoulder. You're too fat. You're too slow. You're too dumb. You're too late. And it's just over. And you're like, well, I should try. Oh, you're going to look like a fool. You're going to look foolish. Oh, yeah, you're going to look foolish. And then he pounds that one on you that you just don't want to look like a fool. Or this idea is just so foolish. And then if you don't listen to the devil, you know what he does? I'm telling you way too much right now, but I'm gonna finish the story though. I'm gonna tell you the rest of the story. I'm sorry, I just have to tell you. So then, if you don't listen to the devil, then he's gonna get a family member. Then he's gonna go to a family member and go, "Hey, you need to tell your spouse that they should quit. That they're gonna look like a fool. You need to go tell your friend that they're doing something stupid and they're too late, they're too slow, they're too fat, they're too dumb, and it's just too late. They just can't do this. You got to go tell them." So then the devil, if he can't get you, that's his first attempt. He'll try it himself. And if you won't fall for that, then he'll go over here to somebody else and go, "Hey, can you tell them they're way far behind and they should never have done this and that they're causing so much stress in the family?" And so then here comes this family member and they say, "Hey, we need to talk." And then they give you the talk. And you're like, am I alone on this? And it's like, you're wondering, you got family questioning you. You got the devil telling them what to say and it's on your shoulder. And then, and you're in this unknown phase. Okay, now I'm done. I got to stop. I'm going to keep going for hours. I could tell you the whole story. I mean, I could tell you the whole story of what happens. And why do I know this? You guys, why do I know this? It's because this is what I've been through. I've been through this so many times. So many times. It's why I know this. I study this. What happens to me? And I found what happens to me happens to you. And so it's like, okay, how do I do this, Kirk? Well, the devil's out there and he's trying to get you to stop. I'm going to remove him. And family, they don't understand what you're going through. They try, but they just want you to be calm and happy and not have anything hard to deal with. They don't want you to have to struggle. Family they just don't want you to struggle. So they want to remove the struggle, and the goal is the struggle. So they just want you to not be goal centered. They just want you to be like everybody else without goals. Just be like us without goals. And I'm not saying every spouse is like that, but I'm just saying that happens. And so here you are. You've got action steps. Boom, 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 boom. This is going to be a concern. This is going to be something you try to do all the time. I'm suggesting to keep trying. Do what you know you need to do. Because there's plenty of that. And then you'll know what you're missing. And you'll ask questions. Sooner or later, you'll learn what to adjust. And you'll start paying attention to your time so you don't lose it. Get caught in self-sabotage. And if you do that, and these tend to go to the back, they go back here, you will work your way through this like others have, like I have, like others have, and you will move forward and you will become one of these people.